What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Two for Two, your sports podcast for the culture, by the voices of the culture. I'm your host, Quis, and I'm here as always with my co-host, Nell. And we have a great episode for you all today. One of my favorite episodes we will ever record, man. It's season 3, episode 37. It's playoff time, and it's time to talk about it. To open up, Nell, how you feeling, brother?
I got it. I know how you feeling. I got you. You hear that now?
All right. Nell, my brother, my fellow.
Don't call me your brother.
It's good to hear from you, man. It's been about almost 24 hours since I last heard from you, man. Almost. How you feeling, brother? We back on the pod. It's Tuesday.
It's good to be here, but not really.
Do you need to hear the song again?
No, thank you.
Well, as y'all can hear, folks, based off of the song, based off of Nell's body language today on the pod, based off of his energy, I'll have y'all know this is actually the first time we've spoken since the end of the Knicks-Sixers game last night. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Last night as of the day we recorded this, we had two really fun games that went to three series went to 2-0 for the higher seed team, the home team. One being the Knicks and the Sixers. The Knicks took a 104-101 victory at home. Heartbreaker for the Philadelphia 76ers. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they handled business. They defeated the Orlando Magic. They're up 2-0 as well. And then none other than those Denver Nuggets, the defending champions, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and the guys, might have stolen the spotlight from that Knicks-Sixers game with their come-from-behind 20-point comeback win over LeBron James and the Lakers, man. A very, very fun night. Very fun night for me. Not so fun night for Nell. So let's go ahead and just get into it now. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, brother. We're here today. I'm glad that you're here. I really didn't think you were going to make it. But you are, one thing I can say, you're a trooper, man. A lot of people wouldn't have been able to come on here and do this today, man. So before I get too carried away, because it's going to happen in about whenever you're done talking, of course. Let's talk about it, brother. How are you feeling? Let's give a live reaction. Let's start with the Knicks game, Knicks-Sixers. From a Philly fan, through and through, Philly Bull, as they say. How you feeling, brother? Let's just talk about game. We can just talk about game 2. We don't even got to go into game 1. You can talk about both. It looked similar. The result, at least. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Kind of at a loss for words, One of the hardest losses I think I've ever watched in my entire life. The Kawhi shot is definitely up there, but in terms of thinking that this game was over, thinking about the next one, I still can't believe I watched what I watched last night, but yeah, I mean, there was so much wrong with the end of that game. I keep thinking about the Sixers not calling the timeout immediately after Brunson's 3. The multiple fouls on Tyrese Maxey. Kind of expected a little bit more out of Kyle Lowry, being a vet, a guy we brought in for some leadership. I wanted him to take a timeout before he inbounded the ball to Maxey because it was already looking rough. The offensive rebound leading to the DiVincenzo 3. I mean, it was all-time bad stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. Just all-time bad stuff.
Are you sure
today was not an easy day. I'll just keep it at that.
I want to make sure you have all your words out.
I don't have much words on this topic. Just heartache and pain and misery and suicidal thoughts.
That's not funny.
That's just where I'm at right now. I don't know if I can ever get that joy or love for basketball again. So yeah.
I mean, let's get it. Let's go ahead. A lot of the things that you made are a word that we know as excuses. I heard something about foul.
Well,
You know,
let's hold up before you go ahead and finish. Let's not forget that the league did
right.
come out and say last 2 minute report, Tyrese Maxey was mauled and
Yeah, I remember a league 2 minute report about a month or two ago when Jalen Brunson was fouled. Or no, they called a foul and Jalen Brunson didn't foul.
no one cares about a regular season game.
They came back and said, "Oh, it was." I remember a lot of 2 minute reports or last 2 minute reports that
No one cares about a regular season game.
and no Knicks fan cares about that last 2 minute report. So that's the reality of it all. So back to my point is you all are the people who wanted this matchup. You specifically, your fan
Yeah.
base specifically
Yeah,
wanted.
because we knew Brunson would shoot like 29% from the field. So
Unfortunately, with that, y'all are still down to 0. So
it's hard to win when the refs ain't rocking with you.
I mean, it's hard for Brunson to score when the refs letting him get mauled too. So I mean, here we are.
It's just hard for Buddy to score. That's all.
It's weird. It's weird. You know that. It like I said.
That's not like he's just not out there missing shots. That's
No. He doesn't look good. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he looks
Alright.
great. But I mean, that's our leader. We ride with him. You know, at the end of the day, I saw a stat that said in his entire career, that includes this season when he has ascended, last season while he began his ascension. There's been 2 games in his career where he shot the ball 25 plus times and didn't make at least 10 shots. Those are these first 2 games. These are hands down the worst 2 games he's ever played in his life, probably. It sucks that it's on this stage, but you're a numbers guy, and I'm a basketball guy. I know that's not going to happen too many more times, right? Y'all had 2 opportunities to take advantage of the Knicks, who, by the way, we're just the lowly Knicks, right? We have no superstar. We never have the best player on the floor. We never have the second best player on the floor. We don't have Julius Randle.
But you
We're
got
not
them refs.
good.
You got them refs though.
Nobody in the NBA wants to play for Tom Thibodeau. It's just so many reasons why the Knicks are so bad, yet somehow they're up 2-0. And I'll ask, okay, I'm gonna be reasonable. I give you a lot of credit. You were listening to First Take, right? Which I listened to this morning. You were just listening to it. And Shannon Sharp's opening statement was, if Embiid was healthy, he'd be averaging 50, some of that, whatever. I agree. Probably would. But at the same time, he's averaging what, 32, 33, which is what, close to his average. So this is the thing. I told you all coming into this series that the Knicks are more than comfortable allowing your boy Joel Embiid to get to his average. We're more than comfortable allowing Tyrese Maxey to get to his average. The problem is, you named Kyle Lowry. You forgot Tobias Harris is giving you nothing. You forgot.
Oh, I don't think I forgot.
Kelly Oubre is giving you nothing. Buddy Hield about as ass as he was when y'all made that trade, and I told you. And y'all don't have a bench. That was the game 1 story. You took Embiid out and you lost. You played him as much as you could this game. And you lost again. Now, I'm not going to beat a dead horse because the series is not over, right? It's not over. And I just know that one day, if by some evil, wicked chance that y'all come back and win this series, I'm going to hate the first 10 minutes of this entire episode, you know? So I'm going to have some humility. And because you're my guy and the series is not over, I'm
not your guy.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I'll continue. So, no, you know what's funny about this whole thing is the first 2 games of the series. Let's hope in game 3 on Thursday, the day that you all will hear this, the day of the NFL draft, where we don't have no reason to watch, right? The Cowboys not going to do nothing. The Bucks pick 26. It don't matter. We don't even need to watch that. Each time of game 1 and 2, everybody, Nell has texted me very quickly. Talked a lot. And each time I've told you what, Nell, I said, just wait. And here we are. I should play the song again. I'm so happy right now. Like, these are the worst 2 days. This has been the worst couple days of your life. These have been the best days of my life. I actually was almost moved to tears yesterday. You guys, my roommate, I woke that man up. I was moved to tears at the beauty that I saw, which is Knicks basketball. But hey, like I said, I won't beat a dead horse. Nell is already down. I was told never kick a man while he's down. The Knicks are up 2-0, man. Jalen Brunson's playing bad. Joel Embiid is not 100%. Those two things are true. But what's also true right now, the Knicks are up 2-0. Headed back to Philly. Nell, what are your thoughts heading back to Philly? You got to have a little bit of energy, right? The city's going to be behind you guys. Y'all need one. Y'all are a very big basketball city. We ain't had this matchup since the 80s, bro. This has been a long time coming for the both of us. Both fan bases, Knicks and Sixers alike. Are you feeling confident after what you've seen moving into game 3 that you all will be able to, turn the tide, if you will?
The series is over.
No, come on.
I'm just ready for next season. I just hope they put me out of my misery sooner rather than later.
I will tell you, if by some odd chance we sweep y'all, you're going to have to miss a couple episodes.
If you can find a replacement, I'll gladly sit out.
Oh, I'll just get on here myself and talk about you. I also want a Knicks apology if we sweep y'all.
Ain't getting nothing from me, brother.
Fair enough. We'll leave it there. Right now, I'm up 2-0 over my brother Nell. Walt, the whole chat that loves to talk to me only when the Sixers are winning. And every other friend that I have that's actually the biggest haters. My friends that are listening to this, man, y'all right now, y'all suck, bro. Everybody literally just texts me because they're excited that the Knicks might lose a game. And I'm having a great time. So we'll keep going. But there are fans in the world that might be more sick than Nell right now. And those are those Los Angeles Lakers fans. Last night, let's go back. Game 1. LeBron and AD combined for what? Over 60, 62, 63 points. Game 2, you get another 30-piece from Anthony Davis. You get 26, 12, and like 8 or something from LeBron. D'Lo hits 7 threes. This was the one. You lost to the Nuggets 9 straight times. This was the one. You get a 20-point lead. I'm looking like, dang, they finally did it. But it's the playoffs now. Jokic, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, and Mike Malone. They found a way. They found a way to win now. At this point, give me your reaction of Game 2 for Los Angeles. And let me know, man, like, are the Lakers cooked? This is now 10 straight defeats to one team.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the Lakers. For a second I thought, they had a great opportunity to tie the series up. And, I thought if they did that going back home to LA 1-1, would have gave them a ton of momentum. Anthony Davis has been playing spectacular in both games. Had another really good game in Game 2. But, even though when they were up 20 and, up 9 and 10 in the fourth quarter, you just kind of always felt like Denver had a chance to get back into that game. You felt like once they like really turned it up, and start making some shots, like the game wasn't over. It was going to come down to the end. So I'm not surprised that they closed the gap because, they are the defending champs. They got a bunch of offensive firepower. There's a lot of pressure on the Lakers offense to try and keep up. And, we know the struggles that they've had in the regular season on that end with inconsistencies. And, they finally got a good D'Lo game, but just unable to hold on at the end. The shot making of the Nuggets is just not much you can say about it. Joker and, his floaters at mid range, so efficient. Jamal Murray just, in the playoffs, he just goes to another level. Didn't have the greatest shooting game, but, in that last shot, just no surprise that it went in. So just a good
mic'd up or something, and he like called it basically. It was something.
I didn't see that, but yeah, it was all-time doubleheader last night, but only if you weren't a Sixers or Lakers fan.
Yeah.
Great night of basketball. Like I said, if you weren't, a fan of those two franchises, some crazy shot making, gut-wrenching loss for the Lakers. So they'll have to gear up for Game 3. But I don't really know if there's anything you can do. LeBron and AD they've been giving you everything. I mean, obviously, I don't really have faith. And you get D'Lo with 7 threes. Like, I just don't have faith that the Lakers' complementary players can, outplay Denver's to win 4 out of the next 5.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Contrary to even the Knicks Sixers series, where it's like, even I would be like, I could see the Sixers going and winning 4 the next 5 if they get going and they get rolling. On a serious note, I think the Nuggets have only lost 4 straight or whatever to like one time maybe in the last couple. I don't know, some crazy stat I heard this morning. It's gonna be tough, especially like you said. You get first game 1, you get a stinker from D'Lo. It's like, all right, he comes back, gives you 7 threes, 20 points. LeBron plays great. He missed the 3-pointer that would have won it for him. A lot of people will talk about that. But aside from basketball doesn't come down to one play. Basketball doesn't come down to one shot, one decision, one mistake. AD playing about as well as he could. Offensively, right? Defensively, he had some good moments, but I also saw some moments down the stretch where Joker he put some moves on him and he got cooked. But yeah, I mean, I just don't realistically. I just can't see the Nuggets really, really dropping. The Lakers will get 1. I mean, I confidently I can say the Lakers will probably win Game 3, maybe. But if they don't, the series is over. I can tell you that much. If they don't win Game 3,
it might be another sweep if they don't win Game 3.
They don't get this. They don't get Game 3. First game back in LA. Crowd behind you. You get 2 days rest because game's back on Thursday. We're gonna have 2 shorts. Say that. We're gonna have a short series. I really didn't mean to say 2 short series. But I mean, do you like what if you were the Lakers? You're Darvin Ham now. What are you switching up? Like what's your plan of action to attack the Nuggets in Game 3? I mean, you get start fast. That doesn't matter. You got to finish the games. They're not getting a whole lot of production from Rui. They're gonna get a whole lot of production from Austin Reeves. I mean, Gabe Vincent is about as worthless as you can imagine. What can they do? Is there anything that they realistically can do?
I don't think so. I mean, like, he might have to shorten the rotation. And, that's tough when your best player is 39 years old. But like I said, I just don't think their role players can show up the way Denver's with KCP and Michael Porter Jr. hit a big 3 towards the end of that game. Aaron Gordon defensively, like, they just got so many moving pieces. Their offense is always moving. Guys are always moving and cutting. Lakers can get stagnant on that end sometimes. So honestly, I don't know. I don't think they got anything for them boys, honestly.
Yeah. And
you just gotta hope you can get an Austin Reeves, Rui, and D'Lo game like all together at the same time.
Somebody's gonna have to go off that's not Brian and AD. Like, they're gonna need Brian and AD to stay, with the production they've got. But like you said, you get a good D'Lo night, but then Rui and Austin combine for 13 points or something crazy. I don't know exactly, but they're gonna need a lot of things to come together. But we got one more series, man, that we're gonna touch on. We can't touch on all the series today, everybody, just because, as we're recording, right now, as Tuesday, we had a couple Game 1s, we had 3 Game 2s, we got 3 games that's about to come on literally in the next couple of minutes. So by the time, we talk all this crazy stuff and then we look up and, we got 4 more 2-0s or something crazy. We just don't know. So we'll get into that and we'll talk about that on Instagram and social media and whatever as we see fit. But I hate this last series. I cannot stand the Cleveland Cavaliers for what they've done. I tried to turn the series on twice, and it hasn't been close yet. And I don't know if it's more to say about how, I don't want to say how good the Cavs are. I don't want to know, it's not that, right? The Magic are just a really, really young team. And we talked about this right now. We know they got Paolo, they got Franz, they got some good guys, but they don't have enough guys around them. We're talking. That's the main thing that we've been talking about in each of these series, right? We go to Knicks Sixers. Knicks are getting a ton of production from the role guys. They, 2 20-point nights from Josh Hart. Devo had a good game. Miles McBride had a good game. And the Sixers on the other end haven't gotten a ton of production outside of the main two guys. Same thing with the Nuggets and Lakers series. You got LeBron and AD playing well. Like I said, you had a game one stinker from D'Lo. Then game two, you're not getting much from anybody else outside of D'Lo, AD, and LeBron. And this series, it holds true as well, right? You got Paolo. Paolo gives you 20. That's what he's going to do. That's his job. He's going to give you the 20. But after him, can Franz give you 20? Can Wendell Carter give you close to 20? You get some big shot making from Jonathan Isaac. Jalen Suggs is now out for the rest of the series, I think. Maybe I saw he went down with a knee. But can Cole Anthony, be a guy? All of these lottery picks that the Magic just invested over the years, and we were kind of like, oh, he's cool. Like, this is the time that these guys have to show and prove, and they have. On the other end, the Cavs getting a lot from Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley playing great, Jared Allen's controlling the boards, and they're just fit like. They're just a better team, right? They're just a better team, and the Magic aren't really able to really do much else to give them a shot. Now same case scenario, they get to go back home. They might get some magic in Orlando. No pun intended. And who knows? But realistically, do you think the Magic have a shot? Like, is this a sweep? Do they steal a game? Can they go on a run? Like, this is a 4-5 matchup. It's supposed to be.
I think they have a chance to steal a game. You give credit to Cleveland for, winning the first two at home, but Donovan Mitchell's played fantastic. We know he could have a couple games where he, shoots, 30-40% from the field. This could be a series where no team scores 100 points in any game. The Cavs, I told you it could be one of those series. The Cavs still haven't cracked 100, so they're not lighting it up offensively. So if the Magic can go home, see some shots starting to fall. They're not a high volume 3-point team. They haven't made a ton this series, turning the ball over a bit, which is a big no-no in the playoffs, wasted possessions. So if they can come home and kind of clean that up and guys can start making some shots, I think they're certainly doing enough defensively when you're holding a team under 100. I just think offensively they need to play with more poise and they need to knock down some shots. Hopefully being at home, they can make some more threes. But, I can see this if they don't. I can see this going 5 if they only win 1 at home. They could maybe tie it up, but I think Cavs probably finish this in 5 from what I've seen these first 2 games.
Man, I really tried to watch it. Like, I was watching it and it was just like,
it's a really young team. They not a lot of. I saw Joe Ingles was trying to run the offense at one point. Yeah. Like, that's just
like that's just
not going to get it. That's not going to get it done. Like they Banchero and Franz, they got promising futures, but there's still some roster reconstruction. It needs to take place to take that team to the next level.
Yeah, they got to add some more guys. They have a really good player. And Paolo, Franz as well, but the Magic just not there yet, and that's okay. Like, it's okay. Like, they, I don't think anybody thought they'd get to the 5 seed this year, so that's something to be celebrated in itself.
I mean, I did. I said they could be.
You did?
I remember I was on the Magic bandwagon start the season. I said they could be top 5. Remember, I said I thought they could be better than the Knicks, but I was just joking.
Oh, you were joking?
Yeah.
You said
I got the receipts.
Oh, I mean, I believe you. I'm a man that believes you. You my guy.
Don't call me bro.
It'll get easier for you. It'll get a little better. With that, we got 3 teams down 0-2. Now, I kind of feel like I know where your head is at on this one. Your heart is hurting, but I know where your head is at. which of these old two teams has a better chance to win their series?
Probably Orlando, honestly. Like
No. We the Knicks. We're not even good. No.
the Black Cat done took the bus and they reside in Philadelphia now. This is our punishment. This is our penance for the process. And I guess this is just what we get. So I don't know. It just, the Knicks just got so many hustle and high energy guys. Like, they're just playing a lot harder on both ends. With Embiid not being at 100%, you can see he can barely move. Like, Tobias Harris is easily the worst starter in this series. Kyle Lowry's like 50 years old, so like that going up against that high energy group, and you know the way Tibbs has them playing, I just don't really see it happening. I just don't see us mustering up enough with Embiid already limping for us to win 4 out of 5. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of those series where, you know, I would say from like pure talent, you know, y'all have two of the better players, and y'all have the MVP. I love Embiid. You know, contrary to how I have to talk about him right now,
we have the two best players in the series.
No, y'all have one, and then we have the second, and then y'all have 2B.
The guy shooting 29%.
Speaking of, Tyrese Maxey won Most Improved. Just came up on my phone, man, while we were recording. Congrats.
What did he do?
You know? No? You don't care?
I don't. At all. Not even a little.
I mean, hey, I don't agree with you. I'll just say that. I feel like I don't think it'll happen, but since I have to choose, I would have to go with the Sixers, have the better chance. You know, I mean, like you guys keep saying, right? I mean, the Lakers are pretty done, I think. I don't think they have enough. I would like to say the Lakers have a shot, but it's the Nuggets, right? The Magic are pretty bad. In comparison to who they're going against, never been there before. So who has the better chance? It'll be y'all. You know, like you said, you got two of the 3 best players in the series.
The 2 best.
Right now, performance-wise, y'all have the 2 best players in the series, right? Maxey had a great game.
But we also have the worst starter in the series, so it just balances out.
You also have the inferior bench. You have the inferior role players. And like you said, to your point, the Knicks just are a team that plays a lot harder than you all. You know, I saw that one play where Joel tried to act like he was going to chase down Miles McBride, and Miles McBride missed the dunk. But Joel literally looked like a turtle trying to move. He is a shell of himself. But he's out there. We can only judge him off of, you know, what he's giving us. So at 60%, 67%, he's 60, 70%. He's giving you 30 and 8 boards, 9 boards. So he did get out-rebounded by Josh Hart again. But I give y'all a shot. I think y'all have a good chance.
Stop calling me, bro.
You gotta let it go, man. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. With that, man, I just want to, you know, I don't want to get into any other really deep in any other series. You know, just to wrap it up, man, just give me some preliminary thoughts on any other series, anything that you've seen, how you feeling about other series, any players. You know, we talked about some guys that we thought had to really show and prove. I know game 1, Book didn't do too hot. He was on my list.
That boy Ant-Man, he
arrived.
arrived.
Any other takeaways from what you
that boy Ant-Man arrived.
Yes. That was one of the most fun games.
That felt like a signature, you know, superstar coming out party. You know, going against, you know, a team with 3 All-Stars and Beal and Book and KD, especially, and Ant being, you know, looking up to KD growing up, and he said multiple times that's his favorite player. So, you know, for him to go out there and had a game that he had, I mean, it's the same team that, you know, just beat them by like 20 something in the regular season, last game of the season. So, and I think they beat them all 3 times they met in the regular season. So for them to come out there and play that way, it was impressive. And like I said, I just think Ant-Man, I feel like, 10 years we're going to think about this game and, think of this as, Anthony Edwards, superstar coming out party.
Yeah, I agree with you. That was definitely one of the more exciting games. It's good to see. I think he was talking about how, there were times he's on the court and he's like mesmerized, like, wow, this man, KD, he the best player ever. Like, he's come out, he said KD is his GOAT. He's like, I'm watching him play and I'm like, damn. But I got to go back at him. He chirping and talking. The energy was really high. That's really exciting. That was something that, I was going to say as well. And then the Pelicans and Thunder, to me, that series actually has a lot more potential to be one of the more entertaining series.
I wish Zion was healthy.
Yeah, if Zion was healthy, that series would be an absolute banger. A lot of the premier young players in the league that we don't always talk about. The Pelicans have Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. Those guys are premier 3-and-D guys with high potential to continue to be much, much better. The Thunder, we know they have Shea. We know Jalen Williams coming to his own. Chet Holmgren had 5 blocks or something in his first playoff game. Like, just beautiful, like just really good basketball, really entertaining. And so far now, I mean, if I had to get a playoffs like a rating, it's 10 out of 10 right now. Granted, the results on your end are not exactly where they want, but from a pure fan standpoint, just watching all these games, aside from the Heat and the Celtics series, and obviously the Magic and the Cavs, who I don't really care too much about right now, a lot of really good basketball, a lot of fun. And regardless, all these series are going to take turns, right? This is, what was it? At first, all the home teams had won, up until, I think, so far still.
Home team still undefeated.
So far
as we
still,
speak.
as we speak today, it's Tuesday. Obviously, like I said, there's games tonight, there's games on Wednesday, and then we'll, y'all will hear this on Thursday, but that can change. But hey, it's the playoffs. It's playoff time. It's a lot of fun. It's the most exciting time of the year. We talked a little bit about the draft in terms of it coming up on Thursday. We wanted to do a draft preview, but it was just Nell wasn't ready for that after what he had to look at yesterday, man. So, in all seriousness, we are going to do a draft recap for you all. We're going to bring some people on, do a little draft recap, as the playoffs kind of slow down and it's not so much, game here, game, like 3 games a day, every day. I'm cool with that, but, it's hard to try to throw the NFL draft in the middle. We didn't want to, miss out on what we got with the NBA and the draft coverage. Once the draft is done, you can talk about it until the season starts. So, we'll do the draft recap for you all. We'll get into all of that, but Nell, it's time. You got anything for him? Hold your head high, man. Hey, Nell is top funny. Hey, if y'all don't watch the episode, maybe y'all listen to the episode. When it gets to the ending, go watch what Nell just did.
I got nothing this week.
That was funny. Look, man, Orange and Blue Skies, Knicks up 2-0. Bing bong. We coming to Philly with it soon. Stay tuned for 2 for 2. We appreciate y'all always rocking with us. Continue to show love. Subscribe, man. We're gonna have to put out the support group for he said don't call him my brother, but for my brother Nell, we brothers through and through regardless. We appreciate y'all. Follow, like, subscribe to Twitter, Instagram, 2 for 2 Pod, on YouTube, TikTok, everything. We got it all for you. I appreciate y'all that interacted with me on my Instagram when I was asking y'all about y'all series predictions. It was really interesting. We had some really good predictions, so we'll continue to do that as well throughout the playoffs. But that's gonna do it for us, man. We wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to you. 2 for 2. That's season 3, episode 37. Knicks up. We out.